So crazy to be back. Gonna go get a drink. Okay, got my little drink. This video is a little different. I am going to catch you guys up on what's been going on, and I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna do like a get ready with me. So if you didn't know, I used to be a makeup artist. I have worked freelance and worked for Trish McAvoy and other makeup brands. So this is something that I used to do before having the kids and the whole crazy life. And so I've always been super passionate about makeup. Funny thing about this channel is that it started as a beauty channel. So when I was in middle school, maybe like around 14, I used to make beauty videos. So I would do get ready with me's, I'd do product reviews. And back then it was kind of crazy because I started receiving brand packages from NARS and big brands that was like, oh my God, as a teenager, that was such a big deal. So I've been around in this field for a while, but I am no longer a professional makeup artist. So by no means would I say do whatever I do, but I get a lot of compliments and a lot of people ask me what products I'm using. So figured, let's get into it. I will tell you what I'm using and start talking. First things first, these eye patches, I posted them on Instagram the other day and posted a link, and they're amazing. I don't know if you see like how glowy and like no wrinkles there are. I'm gonna like make myself uncomfortable and get really close just to show you it's really magic. First thing I always do, it's like kind of more part of my skincare routine, but I use eye drops all the time. If you know me, you kind of know why, but might as well like make your eyes look as bright as possible. I used to do my makeup a lot differently when I was younger. There were just like different trends and stuff, but now I'm finding the more Gen Z ways, and it's kind of where I'm at. I'm like a mixed millennial Gen Z makeup person. Okay, so I'm actually doing my makeup to film another episode today, and this is going to be super weird. I've never done my makeup in the camera like this, but let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is my base, and what I use for this is the Summer Fridays Skin Tint. I am currently in shade 4 because it is summertime. So I'm going to do that and a little bit concealer and talk to you while I'm blending that out. All right, so the concealer I'm going to be using is by Westman Atelier. And what I'm going to do is start applying it. So crazy thing is that Young, Hot, and Divorced is officially 1 year old. So I've been doing this podcast for a year now, and you might have noticed that I took a little break for a couple months. I just kept trying to film, and I don't know. I was just in a place in my life where it wasn't working. I was sitting down and trying to film and trying to write episodes, and I just felt kind of uninspired. I had all of these ideas and things to film. Wasn't short on that, but when I sat down, I just couldn't even talk. Nothing was like that wrong, but I just feel like I wanted to be super authentic, and I never want to just make an episode to make an episode. So, if there was really nothing to say, nothing I'm comfortable saying, because I do respect my own privacy, then I'm just not going to film an episode for the sake of it. So I've been a little MIA, but lots has been going on. If you don't have kids, let me fill you in that the end of the year is madness, crazy. So there's all these events and graduations and a lot going on until the kids are in camp. And so now the kids are in camp and I'm able to do a little bit more for myself again, which is wonderful. So something I plan on doing this summer is getting my real estate license. I've been trying to think of ways that I can make money because, as you know, I've been selling almost everything I own. Like I sold my car, I've sold clothes, I sell bags, like anything I own, I am basically getting rid of value. So that got me through the last year, but I'm obviously going to have to come up with some sort of more permanent plan. So that's where I'm at right now with what my plan is to make money going forward. I'm hoping this works out for me. I think that everybody says I have the personality for it. One of my goals is to buy a house for myself and the kids in the school district that they're currently in, so that I don't have to worry that if my mom moves one day or something like that my kids no longer have a house and would have to switch schools. Something that's super important to me is stability for them. That's like a goal of mine. I'm hoping I can get it done in like 3 years. I don't know if that's reasonable at all. Love this stuff. I actually just bought the brush to use this with. This is like the brush that I was using before. Let me swap that out. So yeah, the boys are now in camp, and I don't know what's been going on the last couple of months. It's just like their age, I'm assuming, but they have been wild, crazy. They're about to turn 6 and 7, and they have fully entered almost like little teenagers. They like want to sleep in, stay up late, are on their computers and stuff all the time. And granted, I let that happen because I need my sanity. It's just becoming a lot. I find myself getting really overwhelmed really quickly, and that's just not good for anybody. So I'm leaving out a big part that I know a lot of you have seen on Instagram, and that is that I'm in a new relationship. So over the last couple of months, I've also been trying to protect that. This is the Rode Pocket Blush in, which shade are you? Freckle. It's a cute name. I love these. All right, so now I've got like a little more color on my face, and we're just gonna keep blending that. So like I was saying, I am in a new relationship and it's going really well, but I have been kind of cautious to protect that. I know you know that I shared a relationship on here before, and I really haven't had many serious relationships. So I'm trying something different with this one. He's so supportive of my podcast and everything, but I just feel like right now I didn't feel like sharing. And that's okay. I feel like I am totally subject to deciding what I want to share on this. And I feel like now I need to address something else. And I probably won't say this the right way. The words are probably not going to be correct. I don't know if I'll be able to convey my feelings. So try to be nice, but I've decided not to convert anymore. I don't feel like sharing why that is. And I guess that's my prerogative. But long story short, I am no longer converting to Catholicism. So that's some big news. I don't know if you've noticed, but this set is a little different. So I actually had this room painted, and I think that that threw me off for a while too. I had like a curtain behind me, and I just became really comfortable sharing in this room. I think that when you do what I do, you have to be really comfortable. So suddenly I was in a new environment and I didn't really feel comfortable. I would sit down and try to film, and it just wasn't coming out, even though I had things to talk about. So I just decided to take a little break. You know, this is my first year doing this, and I think I've said this like 40 episodes ago. I don't really know what I'm doing, but you guys seem to like it, so that's nice. I am used to having all my family in New York, and that has kind of been changing. Some of my family recently moved to Puerto Rico, and my siblings all live abroad, but some of them are home for the summer, so I'm really enjoying that. The boys are really enjoying having their aunts and uncles around too. This is like so underrated, but it's this ColourPop palette for eyeshadow, and I'm going to post this for sure because it has all these great colors, and I think I like mainly use this one and this one, but this one is also good for like an eyeliner, and this one I like for a little pop of shimmer on the lid. It's really nice too. Super cheap, super inexpensive, and the pigment is amazing. You just need like a little tap. It's really great. I feel like I should have a mirror to do this in instead, but whatever. So I'm used to having a really big family and everybody around, and suddenly I'm feeling a little lonely. I guess back to my relationship because I feel like that's probably what's most interesting to you guys right now. So yeah, I'm really happy. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx anything. I don't know if I even believe in like jinx, but I don't know. Can I just say it's good? Is that sufficient? Is that good enough that it's good? I think what I really like about him too is that we have a lot of goals and dreams and things we want to do in life individually as well as together. And all of those things are really aligned. I think that another thing that I really like in our relationship is that we don't fight. We are very quick to understand each other. And I think we care enough to take the time to understand each other. And it's a very mature relationship. No complaints. I think the funniest thing is everybody's so used to me like getting really serious really fast, but like I actually haven't since my 2 marriages. So I think that when I introduce relationship to my family and close friends, everybody's like, I guess it's a joke, but they're like, oh, are you marrying this one? Are you going to get married? So, to answer that question for anybody who's curious, I'm not married and I don't plan on getting married anytime soon. Not to say that things are great, they are, but I'm honestly not ready for that. I kind of realized that I've been single for longer than I am used to being. I put a little blush on my nose too to kind of blend the whole thing out. You can kind of put blush anywhere. Like I said, I don't really feel like doing anything crazy today with my makeup. I'm gonna use a little of that ColourPop powder for eyeliner in like that color. Ooh, got a lot on there. So the boys graduated from kindergarten, and that felt kind of crazy. They're going to be going to the school that I went to next year. And that is just the most exciting thing for me. I had a great experience there, and they're so comfortable in the school. It just couldn't make me happier. Like, what more could you want? On the social mom friend front, I think I've finally found my people by the end of the year. I've met so many moms now, and I'm really starting to find my groove with the people that I like and reconnecting with some old friends and just kind of like finding my way in the mom community. I feel like I'm doing my makeup really fast. I think that's also the thing. Like, I do my makeup really fast. This is like the awkward part. I feel like everybody makes such a funny face when they put on mascara. Next time, look in your mirror and look at the face you're making. Ow. Summer's been great so far. The kids love camp. And I think that one of the most special things is that they go with their cousins. And I went to camp with my cousins. And I just remember the memories we made and the connection we had is very much because of camp. Really struggling with this one today. I'm like losing a lot of eyelashes. So a tip that I learned while I was a makeup artist is if and when you smudge your mascara like all over your eye, don't touch it, let it dry. And when it is fully dry, you just take a Q-tip to it and it'll just like brush and flake right off and you won't ruin the rest of your makeup. Pro tip. So the video that I'm getting ready to film is kind of funny. So if you don't know, I have Irish twins and I'm always looking for content on Irish twins and specifically Irish twins that are in the same grade. And I can't really find much. I've found a few things. It's very rare. But I was like, you know what? I am always trying to make content for things that I am looking for. And I don't know why that one never occurred to me. So next episode, I'm going to be talking about what it's like to be a mom of Irish twins. Okay, mascara's on. As you can see, I made a little bit of a mess, but that's all good. Last thing I'm going to do is get a setting spray and just spray my makeup and then clean up this mascara and maybe throw a little something on my lip, but I will be right back once that's all done. Okay, for my lips, I am going to use this Rode pencil in the shade Bend. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my relationship and some things that I did because I do want to share some stuff. But I've realized it's kind of hard to do that with lip liner. We went on vacation together and I haven't really done that with somebody that I haven't been with like for a decent amount of time. And it went so well. I feel like that is really key going on vacation together, especially if like you're not living together. I think that obviously before you live together, you should definitely go on vacation together. You learn a lot about the person and you kind of figure out if it's going to work or not. And I think that the sooner you do that, the better. This is Chanel lip gloss lip stain thing. That's amazing. But I'm just using the clear gloss just for like a little hydration. Still trying to keep it really natural. So I think I'm all ready to film this next video. And shout out to Cami NYC who makes this top that I am absolutely obsessed with. I also bought it in white. I used to work for the brand and I just love it. There's something that's so nostalgic about it to me from when I worked there, but also I've just fully always believed in the brand, like so convicted in its founder. And all of the girls that work there are so talented, the designers. That's just something I wanted to call out. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think we'll do this again.